Bellator back up in here over on the team 2 versus GX, having a bit of a rematch with these two. GX is going for that Kyrian, so I think he got double Zuen. Is that what's going on? Do you have a double Zuen? You are Kyrian. Are yours the ones merged into one or something? Big spear by Bellator. Karma is sitting on him. GX trying to reverse a lot of the damage back to him. Fist of Fury to parry Bellator. Bellator could be in a lot of trouble. Needs a heal immediately. Trying to get short charges over GX, but looks like GX is going to be able to have the upper hand on him. Got him low enough, and I think that might have been a real quick touch of death. Hit him in a pressure point, made the boy pass out. Who is going to be up next? The Licorice Paw is going to be up. No, this song with this panda named Licorice, bro, that actually, I think that's thematic. Oh, that looks so good. Yo, Shadow Priest, I think that's like second time we're having the Shadow Priest over in PTR Duels. But let's see how the tier set, or if he's even used the tier set. Also pretty sure he's a Necrolord, right? Leg sweep onto Licorice Paw. I love the name Licorice Paw, like the paw in name, because you're a panda. Quick fear onto GX, hitting him with a bit of dodge. Shadow Crash coming down. GX is going to get broken out of the fear. Big PI, big cooldowns. Actually, GX bailing out of there. He sees Licorice Paw just ascending into the void form, embracing the early 2000s emo form. He got My Chemical Romance blasted in his AirPods, bro. And he's getting in there, embracing the darkness. And GX backs up out of there completely. Normally Shadow Priest are not that spooky. Quick Panda Racial to see him is going to get dots as well as a mind control onto GX. That Panda Racial doesn't just DR with mind control. Are you kidding me? It's going to move him away for a little bit, creating some distance. GX is going to try to cover the distance very quickly. Great effect for Licorice to keep himself moving. Shadow Crash, the sea goes tumbling down as well towards GX with that ring of boopity bop. Boon of Ascended, playing Kyrian. Wait a second. Is GX going to go down? The Kyrian burst could actually be a lot. It's actually pressing defenses as it is a 3-minute cooldown being used by Licorice Paw. Trying to get back over there. Trying to create some line of sight. What is going on? What? Kyrian? I did not even realize you could do that. I thought Necrolord 100% through and through, maybe Ventier, but Kyrian, leg sweep, and looks like Licorice maybe has Disperse. It's going to be popping up Disperse as GX does pop out as a win. Backing up out of there while defenses are on the Panda. That's going to be potentially touching, trying to get the dots in. GX holding on to his interrupt for now. Licorice under quite a bit of pressure, popping off the Vampiric Embrace to give himself a little bit more health to work with. That's going to be a Mindbend to join in as well. I wonder what legendary he's playing instead of like what defensive or offensive Lego he's playing. If he is Kyrian, because you got the belt Lego, but I wonder what other Lego you're playing. Quick mind control GX as the Karma comes out. Licorice Paw trying to read some of the damage that Karma does to him, trying to create some space between him and GX. I also noticed that Licorice hasn't went for a stun at all. So I wonder what kind of a talent he's got rolling. Maybe like a short of silence, is that the play? Trying to go for horror effects onto GX, get him kind of low. GX got some cooldowns of his own. Big X go to GX, actually super low. Vivify is trying to see if he can keep himself going. Silence, and GX is melting down to the dots. Is that going to be enough though? Licorice Paw just sees a little bit more damage. GX does recover. Looks like the Shadow Priest got a little bit of a bite to him. Plenty of pressure for this monk. Quick in cap as GX continue to re-heal. Wait, is this going to be the season of the Shadow Priest? Are they making a return? Leg sweep onto Licorice Paw. Again, GX got himself a little bit of cooldowns with that Kyrian Weapons of Order, but that's about it. Licorice got himself big PI. Looking to get some cast. He missed intro by GX. Looking for that line side stun. I feel like this is the first time we've seen Licorice Paw actually use a stun with Mindbender. Going to be a dispel for GX. It's going to be redone. Application for Licorice. Is trying to go for a Mind Blast. Trying to catch up to GX. It looks like the monk was able to get away. Licorice might be able to go for a Shadow Crash around the corner. I think that does connect, and Licorice just needs a little bit of CDs, a little bit of damn in order to end this. Trying to go for a bit of Shadow Mend. Boon of the Ascended getting used. GX is gonna go for in cap. Licorice does not have a trigger for it. Does he get enough damage to try to get another blast? Look at these hits. The instant cast actually doing a bit of damage, trying to get the most damage to GX. That is going to be Karma. A Licorice with a greater fate, looking for an MC onto GX. Does mind control cancel out Karma? I think it used to, but I'm not sure if it still does it to this day. Trying to get a slow onto Licorice. That's going to be Braun joining in. GX is going to maybe play this defensive. Looks like he's staying aggressive. Trinketing as the horror effects comes out. Almost hitting the second horror bolt. And Licorice got himself full eruption. That's going to be a void form. GX is super low in health. Needs to get rid of all those dots. Might want to dispel that devouring plague as we hit in the 5-minute mark. And Licorice is just keeps putting pressure into the monk, but the monk has plenty of opportunity to get himself resets. But looks like GX maybe is running out of steam, maybe running out of cooldowns. Liquor is trying to keep him not behind the pillar, trying to keep him out the open. Gonna be that mind control potentially for the Karma. Missing that interrupt. Gonna be in cap until Licorice. The Karma is gonna break it though. It looks like Licorice is gonna catch up with a bit of self-heals. GX popping off images. Mind control does hit. Tried to go for Ring of Peace, but I think he actually booked himself out of the Ring of Peace. I think he actually booked himself out of Ring of Peace. I think it was actually a friendly Licorice Paw Ring of Peace. Void Eruption. Does it hit GX? Silence. Oh, he's gonna end up taking him out as Licorice finds himself with no health whatsoever. But the boys at Team 1 are giving him an honor duel. Who's gonna be up next? It looks like it's gonna be Jesus. Gave Licorice Paw an opportunity to at least catch up on healing. At least a little bit. Quick Fear onto the Death Knight. Gonna go for Lichborn. Gonna be Boon of the Ascendant. Interrupted on Holy. So Licorice does have... Actually, is that interrupted on Arcane? Because I feel like he just went for Greater Fate. And I believe that's Holy. Gonna be the Grippy Head. Licorice has nothing for it. Trinkets might be able to get out of here. Try to go for Boon of the Ascendant. Maybe he could go for some self-healing with Boon. Maybe that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to focus down on the pets if possible. But I think Licorice is gonna be going down. As Jesus didn't give him much of a break. We got ourselves Kiosco over on the Team 2 with Fleshcop. Looks like he's going to be going up next. Last of Jesus and Kiosco foe. Kiosco just got to pressure Jesus when he has no cooldowns whatsoever. So we get in a bit of a rematch this time around. Kiosco trying to see if he can get behind the pillar. Going to be some grenades thrown in over Jesus. As they're looking for a little bit of line of sight. If Jesus is playing the tier set, I wonder if he can build up for a couple of those Scourge Strikes until he can get the Soul Reaper onto Kiosco, summon an extra pet, but I wonder if maybe he's not even playing the tier set at all. I guess we got to watch out, see if he's summoning any extra undeads. Because with the tier set, your 5 Scourge Strikes or 5 Clawing Shadows, your 5th one will put up Soul Reaper on the target and summon an extra pet. Jesus taking a bit of damage, taking a bit of a beating, got himself runic power. He's gonna need to go for heals though. Doesn't go for the death pack. He's super extremely low, trying to go for death strikes as much as possible. Gonna be the quick muzzle by Kiosco for the flesh count. I think Jesus is just out of options. Doesn't go for the death pack at the very last second with like 1 health left. And Kiosco actually taking a bit of pressure from the pets. That's gonna be that ghoul actually just rampaging on him, doing quite a bit of damage. And so far, we haven't seen a single extra pet come out of the Death Knight, so he's not even running the tier set, which is an option. You don't necessarily have to, but Kiosco does get him low enough to be able to take him out. Quick camo as he goes for a reset. Is next going to be Slushies potentially, the Frost Mage? We got us a Chicago Zug, Speedful. Looks like it is going to be Slushies as a Frost Mage, a Necrolord, Hunter's Mark by Kiosco. Slushies is not playing with a pet, so he's trying to go for an Invis in the opener, but that's going to be a stun on a Kiosco. Slushies does have a shield from the Flesh Count, so he should be able to survive this quite a bit. Going to be Mirror Images, does not play the Triple Shield Legendary, so I wonder what Legendary he's playing instead. Slush is trying to go for a bit of slows on Kiosco, just trying to deal with him in one way or another. Might have to Ice Block really early. And there goes the Ice Block. He took just a lot of pressure. Did he get interrupted by Kiosco maybe? I wonder what leg of this man's running. Try to go for a Ring of Frost around the corner. Maybe a Blizzard on the other end. That's exactly what he's doing. Trying to pin Kiosco in a place where he can't really do much. Gonna be the Ice Form. Slush is immune to CC. Actually immune to stuns only. Deathburn is out. Does he have the biggest damage available for Kiosco? Try to hit him with a couple lances. But he does need to build up for a Frostbolt's freeze onto Slushies. Does not have a trigger for it by the looks of it. Ooh. I like the way he got frozen in. That looks awesome. But Kiosco just looking to move all the buffs from Slushies. And Slushies, again, not playing the Triple Shield Lego, so I wonder what he's going to be playing. If he's not playing Triple Shield, then maybe he's playing the Discipline Command. Big explosion coming down. Slushies take a lot of damage. No more Ice Block and just goes Explosion. Oh my goodness, Kiosco taking him out real quickly in a single setup. I'm not sure what Slush was trying to do, but I'm happy to see a Frost Mage in these duels 10 minutes into this round, by the way. Chicago getting blasted by a couple of dots. He's going to get a Flame Shock on the pet. It's going to try to focus the pet down, playing that Ascendance. I wonder if they're playing the tier set though. Likely, maybe, possibly, because I think the tier sets for the most part are better than none. Because for Shaman, it's actually quite a lot of survivability. Chicago is going to be dropping down the Ghost Wolves, Kiosco freezing at least one of them, rather Ghost Raptors. And Chicago is able to connect finally. Kiosco taking a bit of a beating. He's going to be surviving the fittest as they try to take less damage. That's going to be Zug, Chicago Zug dropping down the Kyrian Totem for a little bit of healing, a little bit of damage. It's going to be that Kyrian, Necrolord. Explosive burst out of the Death Chakra. Looks like they're still spinning. Looks like they still got Chakram on him. Not really sure. It looks like they're lagging. That is super unfortunate. Kiosco, is he going to give an opportunity to come back? It's kind of slowing down. Chicago is given an opportunity to return, but is at least able to get himself a bit of a reset. Kiosco does send him on the Hunter's Mark. Chicago is at least able to get a heal. And does walk into a freeze trap. Look like he slipped. in the freezing trap for a second. But at least give an opportunity to come back. Maybe they got deceived, maybe they crashed. But they're back in, stunned by Kiosko as the Earth Elemental joins in. Earth Elemental is actually going to create a big explosion for Chicago. And Kiosko does end up taking him out. Super unfortunate we got a lag at the end there. But what can you really do? Let's go Chicago. Yeah, I feel really bad, man. The fact that lag happened. Very happy to see that honor duel exists in the PTR. Kiosko getting blasted by Speedful. I almost called you Dreadful, but that's going to be huge damage back to Speedful. This man's actually just on his last leg within a couple of globals. What just happened? Trinket out of Kiosko, trying not to let Speedful get anywhere. Going to be a freezing trap, sticking him in place. Trinket and a vanish by Speedful. Actually, just a normal re-stealth. Did not have a 100's mark on the rogue. So Speedful does got himself a reset. Finish on Kiosko. Does Kiosko have any outs of this, or is this over? My goodness, Kiosko, what is this damage you were doing? I don't understand. It looks like VAR is going to be back up versus Speedful, just getting a bit of a rematch, huh? Not much of a rematch, as Speedful has no cooldowns coming into this one. Or rather, no blind, no vanish, no evasion. So I guess some cooldowns, but like he is behind. And we are also going into this at 48% dampener, so both of them are going to have very, very reduced healing. I think VAR is hanging out. I think picking up the eye to look for Speedful. Speedful getting the opener, get a shot onto VAR. Trinket for VAR as he got himself Ghost of Sunder with a stun thrown to Speedful. No way out for him. Is going to get him for a vanish. I thought VAR was going to have him. VAR is looking for him. VAR was actually, it looked like it was running after him as if he knew where the rogue was. But I think it was just a good guess. I think he was just trying to go over to the second set of eyes as quickly as possible. Speedful behind the pillar where he was just assaulted. And is trying to see if he can recuperate some cooldowns, recuperate that health, lick his wounds, mend some wounds with a bandage or two. Get a shot onto VAR, build couple points from earlier. Maybe that'll be enough damage. VAR taking a bit. There's going to be some gaps in between all those stuns. Battlemaster should get in between all of those stuns in order to give VAR a bit of survivability. So that's going to be static totem. Speedful can't go anywhere unless he actually focuses down the totem. Evasion versus VAR, but he still can blast into the rogue with spells, which ignore evasion altogether. They're not physical attacks. VAR tried to catch up a little bit of healing. 60% dampener, making it very difficult. Especially Speedful is playing wound poison instead of instant poison for this. Which some rogues like to go for the damage poison rather than wound poison when the dampener is high enough, because this way they can put even more pressure. Shadow Strike out of the rogue, and VAR is going to get Ghost Boost up immediately. Kidney shot by the rogue, Trinket out of VAR. As Speedful does not have a blind to fall, going to be a wall for VAR. Going to be big explosion onto VAR as Speedful drops down the grenade Trinket on him. VAR trying to catch up on health. It's going to be Shadow Steps from Speedful, unable to go anywhere for the static totem. It's going to eliminate it. VAR backing up out of there completely. Needs to go for just a little bit more damage to Speedful. Cheap shot by Speedful, trying to end it right here. It is super heavily DR'd. Sunder to Speedful. Trinkets out of it. It looks like he does take down VAR. I'm actually so amazed he was able to do it. As Cyrilex is going to be up next as a survival hunter versus Speedful. Looks like Speedful is given a bit of an honor duel, try to go for a bit of a bow, but not super close to Cyrilex. He's like, yo, thanks for letting me honor duel ya. Thanks for giving me an opportunity. But I'm going to stay on my end and recuperate cooldowns a little. Cyrilex picking up the eye, sending out the Raptor. So he's not giving Speedful proper full recovery with food and everything, but he is at least going to give him a chance to like, hey, you have opportunity to CC my pet. Flare out on one side, pet on the other. Speedful loses that opener. At least can maybe generate comp points for a kidney shot. There's going to be a stun by the hunter as he gets himself some free grenades. And Speedful has enough of a line of setup to maybe go for, I was going to say Shadow Step Kidney, but actually blind. I think he's going for a reset. Try to see if he can jig the pet just to go for a full reset. No way. He actually did it. Wait, Flare? Maybe get him out? No, he just back up against the corner. Just backs up completely. Yo, can Speedful come back? Can Speedful return for his team? He just needs to beat Cyrilex. The eyes are up on one hand side. Speedful, Steen in the steel trap. Oh, that is super unfortunate. Wait, does Cyrilex recognize as a steel trap? Cyrilex have no idea. I don't think Cyrilex looked. Or maybe if he looked, he didn't pay attention. But Speedful did eat a steel trap. He had a bleed on him. It's skipping him out in combat. Speedful does see that Cyrilex picking up the eye, going to be Hunter's Mark on him, has to charge the Cyrilex immediately. Could be a stun out of the Hunter. Could be a freezing trap as well. Speedful does not have too many defensive coolers to work with, eats another steel trap. But it's going to be evasion, dodging the flake shot altogether. Cyrilex trying to see if he might be able to get back over to Speedful, but he's dodging all the attacks. Maybe the pet can close the gap on one hand side. And maybe Cyrilex can close it on the other. Could be a stun of the Hunter there because the stun. Does Speedful have a Trinket? Flame shot or Flank strike, grenades, and that's going to be it. And Cyrilex does take it out. Chicago is supposed to be dead. It is supposed to be dead. But the duel is over. Starlix did win that one. Goober's coming back. Kioska with 3 kills, boys. Let's go. Yo, Speedful almost came back for his team as well. Actually kind of nuts, to be honest. Actually nuts. Damn too high for me. Yeah, that arena was a little bit damp. We need a towel after the arena, dude. That one was a bit damp. A bit too humid for me. A bit too sweaty. Alrighty, boys. Let's get it up and running. I think Central might have a group next, yeah?